The 5 worst healthy foods for fat loss. The first one is nuts. Yes, I know that nuts contain healthy fats, but they're crunchy and delicious and it's very easy to overeat them. And because they have so much healthy fat in them, they actually pack a ton of calories, which means you could easily snack on them and way overdo your calories, which will completely undo the calorie deficit that you're trying to get in through diet and exercise, and therefore sabotage your results and prevent you from losing weight. Since the calories add up quickly, if you're going to include nuts in your fat loss program, make sure that you measure a very specific quantity and do not exceed that quality, or you're going to mess up the calories and mess up the results. Number 2, avocados. Avocados are also delicious. They contain lots of healthy fats, but because they contain healthy fats, remember, fats have 9 calories per gram, carbs and proteins only have 4 calories per gram. So they're a lot more calorie dense, even though they're high quality calories and that they're healthy and there's other micronutrients in there. It's best to not include them in your fat loss plan unless you can practice some discipline and moderation and only include them in an amount that fits your calorie deficit. There is one hidden benefit to avocado, which is that it could be very filling, and this could be beneficial in preventing hunger later down the road and help you consume less calories during the day. For 80 to 90% of clients, I find it's best to keep avocado out during a fat loss phase, but there are some rare cases where I will allow clients to have avocado and it works very well for them because it helps to control their appetite and they're able to not exceed their calories elsewhere later in the day. Number 3 is grass-fed steak. Wait a second, I've recommended grass-fed steak before. Well, here's the thing, is it depends on the cut. If we're talking about some lean cuts like sirloin or 93 to 96% lean grass-fed beef, ground beef, then obviously those can be okay because the fats are not too high, the proteins are high, so it's very easy to fit into your fat loss plan while staying in a deficit and getting enough protein. However, if we're looking at fattier cuts like ribeyes, T-bones, believe it or not, actually some ribeyes are lean enough, but most are way too fatty. Or we're looking at 80-20 beef, which has more fat than protein and more than double as many calories from fat as it does from protein. Even if it's grass-fed, which is healthy fats with omega-3s and all that stuff, it's still going to be way too high on the calories and prevent you from losing weight, which means it's a bad food, strategically speaking, when it comes to a fat loss diet. Number 4 is fruit juice. Yes, I know fruit juice is healthy. It's got vitamin C, vitamin D, a bunch of other stuff in it, but because it could cause that quick blood sugar spike and energy crash, and also it can actually help with digestion and make you get hungrier faster, this is a reason why it's not good. In fact, in a very famous weight gain diet, it's actually a weight loss and weight gain diet, just depends on how you use it, but it's called the vertical diet. Orange juice is actually used on the bulking plan to help people eat more and put on more weight. So it's best not to consume this if you're trying to lose weight, because even though it has some micronutrient benefits, at the end of the day, the calories as well as the fact that it increases your appetite is not ideal. So no juice on a fat loss diet unless you can handle the hunger. And of course, measure your quantities. And number 5, you probably guessed it, healthy oils, even olive oil. Yes, I know olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, even in some cases grass-fed ghee and butter. These could potentially be some healthy fats, but you need to be very careful and keep them in moderation. If you're just recklessly adding them to the thing because olive oil is healthy, therefore I can have 10 tablespoons of it. 10 tablespoons of olive oil is 1,300 calories. If you're already eating 2,000 calories or even 1,500 calories, you're trying to go really low to diet, you just bumped yourself up to 2,800. Now you're in a surplus instead of a deficit, which is you're going to gain weight instead of losing weight, even though you're eating healthy. This is one of the problems I have with keto is people always overdo the fats and put themselves in a surplus to where after they lose the water weight, they start gaining some body fat, okay? It's all about the calorie deficit combined with high quality foods that strategically work with your taste buds, your hunger, as well as the nutrients that your body needs. And this is the art and science of putting together a meal plan. If you're struggling with the structure and you feel like it's too difficult and overwhelming to have to calculate all the stuff yourself, structure it, problem solve when things aren't going well with your hunger or your results, then you probably need a coach, which is I want you to comment below with the word coaching if you want to learn more about how we can help you, just like how we've helped hundreds of others, including the testimonials you see us post on our page every single week. Comment coaching below, and inshallah, we look forward to helping you lose fat and do it with style in a way you can actually sustain so you keep the fat off for life, inshallah.